What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I am teaching you how to slay your nail art. Get it? Because I wrote slay on my nails. Anyway, this manicure was entirely inspired by the brand Ice Cream Nails. They post a ton of really fun manicures on their Instagram page, which I will link down below. But anyway, they did a manicure like this and I fell in love with it, so I decided to do it as well and then show you guys how to do it. So I'm using all Ice Cream Nails polishes for this manicure. Obviously, you guys can use whatever polishes you have that are in the same color family. So let's get into it. I am going to be using my Duri Rejuvacote as a base coat. Then I'm going to use Ice Cream Nails Licorice Twist, Ice Cream Nails Soft Serve, and Ice Cream Nails Bubblegum Bang. You can actually pick any neon color and it'll look awesome. I'm also going to be using this Dance 24 Dance brush from the What's Up Nail store. I will link it down below, as well as a regular old cosmetic sponge. I don't know why I didn't talk about my top coat. I don't remember which one I used. Anyway, I am starting off with my clean natural nail and applying my base coat. And then once that is dry, I'm going to go in with a coat of my black nail polish. So I'm just going to take my cosmetic sponge and using a tweezer, or you can use your finger if you want, I'm just going to rip off these little jagged pieces and that's what's going to be sponged onto my nail. So I'm taking a scrap piece of paper and I'm dabbing some of my white polish on there, and then I'm going to use it to sponge on the letters of my nails. So on your right hand, you want to start on your pinky finger, and obviously on your left hand, you want to start with your index finger. So I'm just going to, and you can be sloppy if you want because we can fix it later. I am just going to start to carve out these shapes, and this is just like a nice splotchy thing. It's going to end up looking like a nice like neon sign sort of feel. So you do not have to make it perfect. In fact, it looks a little bit cool to do like a little bit of splotchiness. I think splotchy is going to be a word used a lot in this video, so splotchy. Anyway, so yeah, you can see I'm just doing each nail and I am just writing out the word slay. And I just did my thumbs black, but you can do whatever you want. If you want to do like a cool little neon heart, that would be awesome, but it's all up to you. So once I have the outline in white, I'm going to go over that with my neon pink polish. And the reason that I did white first is because I want the pink or whatever neon color you choose to really pop over the black, and neon colors don't really show up over black, so you need to do that white base color in order to make them show up. And you can even just get even sloppier with this if you want, because the neon pink, like I said, is not going to show up over the black, so you don't have to go like exactly in the lines of where you drew the white. So now I am taking that small little nail art brush and I'm going to start to draw horizontal lines across the neon pink on each of my nails. So this is just like part of that neon sign and it's really showing through. And what I did was I offset the lines just slightly to the right so that it looks like there's almost like a shadow behind it, and you can see that like once I show you guys all of the nails you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But basically any part where there's black, we're just going to skip over that. You don't want to paint the white nail over that, but yeah, you're just basically outlining the shape. I'm realizing as I go on with this tutorial that it is so hard to explain what I'm doing, but luckily you guys get a visual, so I'm sorry if this doesn't make any sense, but basically you want to sponge on your letter and then you're drawing horizontal lines to make it look like a cool neon sign. So if like me you are sloppy and you made any mistakes, fear not, because you can just take another little piece of sponge, you can paint some black on there, and then you can use that to clean up any edges or make them look a little bit more like a sign. And then I am just finishing off with my top coat. Honestly, I don't remember which one I used for this. Probably Cuccio 7-second top coat because that's one of my favorites. But yeah, it's going to give it a nice, glossy, awesome finish. And this is the completed manicure. I know my cuticles are a total wreck in this shot, but I just wanted you guys to see what it looks like when you have all the letters next to each other. But it is a really cool manicure. I love doing it. I feel like it just looks so cool. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video and I'll talk to you later. Bye!